Hi everyone, welcome to tonight's class. So today we have had a request for more of a toning class tonight. So I've got quite a few poses in there which are great toning exercises. There's a little ab section as well. It is very warm tonight, so I've got the door open, so I'm sorry if it sounds quite loud with birds and outside noise, but it is going to get hot. I'd say make sure you've got a glass of water with you as well. But yeah, we'll start off tonight by taking a lie down on our mat, just focusing on our breathing to arrive in the class. So whatever's comfortable for you, whether you want to bring your feet together, knees rolled out to the side, relax back in a reclined butterfly, or maybe just feet out in front, just coming down onto your mat. Relaxing every part of the body, don't hold any tension, and take 3 nice deep breaths. From here, breathing in for a count of 4 and then out for your count of 4. As you're relaxing down, now just take a scan over the body, make sure you're not clenching anything or holding on to anything. Relax the legs, the arms, the shoulders. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath this way. Now on your next rounds of breath, breathing in for a count of 4, seal the lips and retain that breath for a count of 4, and then part the lips, exhale for your count of 4. So breathing in for a count of 4. Retain that breath for a count of 4. And then exhale for your count of 4. Two more rounds of breath this way. When you finish your last round of breath, just open up the eyes and we'll start to move the body. So maybe you want to roll the wrists, roll the ankles. From here, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Maybe rocking backwards and forwards, side to side, just to massage the lower spine into the mat. And then dropping the feet down to the mat. Taking the arms alongside the body. And we'll raise the hips high, coming into bridge pose. Slowly lowering down. And then we'll come to sit up in a comfortable position. From there, just begin to roll the shoulders back. And then forwards. Taking one arm across the body. Nice stretch here. And then onto the other side. From there, we'll take eagle arms. So we're taking the left under the right. So backs of the hands can come together. If you can, palms are going to face. We're going to lift up and push forwards. And then begin to bow down. Coming back up. And then release the hands. We'll take a nice big breath in. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Lovely. Coming now into your tabletop position. We're going to bring the toes together, part the knees. Sit the bum back, coming into a child's pose. Reach the arms forward. Take 3 nice deep breaths here. From there, just walking the hands across to the right side of the room and then lowering the head back down. Should feel a nice stretch all the way down the side of the body. Lifting back up and then back to the center and then across to the other side. Lowering the head. Coming back to the center. And then coming back up now into our tabletop position. We're going to send the right leg back, keep the toes on the mat, push the heel away. Should feel a stretch all the way down the back of the leg. From there, raising the right leg up, we're going to take the left hand out in front, engage that core, hold here. For 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to draw the elbow to knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Take the hand back down, knee back down. And now onto the other side. So send the left leg back, keep the heels on the mat, the toes on the mat, sorry, push the heel away. And again, raise that leg. Right arm is going to go out in front. Engage the core to balance. For 3, 2, 1. Back into our crunches for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Take it back down. And then from here, just curl the toes under. We're going to lift the knees up off the mat and hold. For 3, 2, 1. Pushing up now into a downward dog. So this is our first downward dog, so you might want to pedal the feet out, lifting up the heels up and down, maybe rolling forward into a plank and then back again. Just doing any movements that feel good for you. And then come into stillness. So we're working the heels closer down to the mat, looking to make that V shape with our body. So your gaze should be towards your belly button. We're looking for that flat back. Take 3 breaths here. And now walking, jumping, stepping up to the top of your mat. Reaching up, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Lovely, now moving on to a few rounds of sun salutation A. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale as we fold down. Engage the core to lift halfway. We're looking for a flat back. Exhale, back down. Take the hands to the mat. Stepping or jumping the feet back into a high plank. And then lowering down your way, so you can lower down into a low plank or come down onto your knees. Chest and chin, pushing forwards and then lifting up. So we're making sure our shoulders are down, we're not all hunched up. Nice shoulders. Pushing down through the hands. Take 3 breaths here. Curling the toes under, pushing up into your downward facing dog. And now looking towards the top of the mat and working your way back. So step or jump. Reaching up. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands back down. Our next round. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold. Coming up halfway. Exhale, back down. Take the hands down to the mat, spread the fingers, step or jump back. High plank. Lowering down. And then pushing up. 3 breaths here. Curling the toes under, coming up to your downward facing dog. Working towards that flat back, making that nice V shape. And now step or jump back to the top. Coming up, inhale. Exhale, hands are coming down. Last round of this. Inhale up. Exhale to fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale back down. Take the hands down to the mat. Step or jump back. High plank. Lowering the body down. This time you might want to scoop the head through. Curl the toes under. Hips are going high into downward facing dog. Look towards the top of the mat. Step or jump yourself back. Arms are coming up. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. From here, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to fold. Coming into our forward fold, so hands going to come round the backs of the ankles. Fingers are facing down. See if you can work your chest closer towards the thighs. Bending the knees if we need. And just relaxing down into this fold. From there, taking the hands, we're going to slide the palms underneath the feet, bringing the toes towards the wrists, and just letting the head hang down here. Take 3 nice deep breaths. Releasing the hands. And then slowly walking the hands up the legs, coming all the way up to the top. Lovely. From there, we're going to turn to face the side of the room and work through a moon salutation. So I don't think I've done this in class before, but we'll all give it a go. So we're going to start with our feet together, raise the arms up. So hands are in a prayer position and we're just going to do a side stretch towards the right. Coming back to the centre, bring the hands down. We're going to step out towards the right. Toes are turned out, squatting down into goddess pose. Bring the hands out, cactus the arms. So we're sitting the bum down, knees are coming out, hold this here. Coming back up, turning the feet to the back of the mat now. Reach the arms up, fold over into pyramid pose. So both feet are facing forwards and we're relaxing down over this front leg. From there, we're dropping the back knee down, flatten out the foot, arms are going to come alongside the body, and then we're going to reach the arms up into a low lunge. So just shuffle that foot forward if you need to, just so your knee isn't overshooting the toes. Frame that front foot. Curl the toes under the back foot, step in. Hands are going to come to the hips, lift up. And back to the front. We're going to drop down into a side lunge now. So dropping down. Hold this here. You should really feel it working in this supporting leg. Just make sure that you're keeping your heel down on the mat though. And now we're going to come back up to the centre, drop across to the other side. Frame that front foot. We're going to twist around into our low lunge again. So flatten out that back foot, reach up. Frame in the front foot. Curl the toes under the back foot. Step in to pyramid pose. Hands are going to come to the hips, lift the chest up. Stepping out now. Back into goddess pose, bring the arms into a cactus again. We're sitting the bum down. Back up. Step the right foot in. Final movement in our little moon salutation. Arms are going to go up to prayer. Stretch across to the left. Come back up to the centre, bring the arms down. Because I hope everyone enjoyed that little salutation then. We've not done it before, but it's kind of nice the way you've changed directions. It's something that we don't usually do. So I'll keep that one in for a few weeks so everyone can get to grips with it and keep practicing. Okay. So now if you just want to take a quick drink before we move on, because it's getting very hot. Oh. Okay. Right, so coming back to the top of your mat when you're ready, we'll just take a few seconds in mountain pose. So palms are going to face forward, close the eyes if you want, standing nice and tall, shoulders are down. Just take a few breaths here in your own time. Nice big breath in. And then part the lips, exhale. Lovely, coming into our next flow. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to fold. Bring the hands down to the mat, step or jump back. Lowering down. And then pushing up. Curl the toes under, pushing up into downward facing dog. From there, rolling forward into our high plank. So engage that core, push down through the hands. For 3, 2, 1. We're going to shift the right hand into the centre. And now turn into your variation of side plank. So keep that core engaged, maybe coming up onto the side of one foot. If that's a little bit of a challenge, you can always drop down onto that knee for a bit of extra balance. So whatever is comfortable with you. For 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand back down, square off your chest. We're pushing back up into downward facing dog. For 3, 2, 1. Raise the right leg nice and high. Take it up as high as you can. Just making sure we keep those hips square to the mat. For 3, 2, 1. We're going to step this foot through in between the hands. So take it to the top of the mat. We're staying on the ball of the back foot this time. Arms are going to come alongside the body and we're lifting up the chest. Stay nice and strong, push those hips forward. For 3, 2, 1. Dropping down on the heel of the back foot. We're going to come into side angle pose. So front arm is going to go across this front thigh. Left arm's going over the top. So your options are to stay with this, stay nice and strong, or maybe you want to engage that core more, test your body strength by raising both arms up as though you're holding the sun. For 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Now coming into triangle pose, so palms are facing forward. We're straightening that front leg, dropping from the hips, hands, back of the hands going to the inside of the ankle. We're reaching up with this left arm. Holding this here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center. This time reverse triangle. So keeping that front leg straight, we're sending the left arm down the leg, right arm's coming up to the front. For 3, 2, 1, coming back to the center. Now step this back foot in a little bit. We're going to practice half moon pose. So you want to make sure that you've got enough room in front of you. We're going to send the right arm down to the mat. Bring this left leg up. See if you can twist into half moon. For 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg back down. Take the hand down to the mat. We're going to bring the hand to the hips. Reach all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale, hands come back down. Lovely, so we'll get ready to work on that on the other side now. So starting from the front of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale as we fall down. Take the hands down to the mat. Step or jump back. High plank. Lowering down your way. Push up. Curling the toes under. Pushing up to downward facing dog. Rolling forward into high plank. Keep that core engaged, nice and strong. For 3, 2, 1. This time, we're taking the left hand into the center and then turning into your side plank. For 3, 2, 1. Hand comes down, step it back out. From there, pushing back up into downward facing dog. This time we're raising the left leg nice and high. Take it as high up as you can. And then stepping that foot through in between the hands. Again, staying up high on the ball of that back foot. Arms come alongside. Engage the core to lift. For 3, 2, 1. Drop down. Oops, I'm wobbling. On the heel of the back foot. We're going to come down into your side angle. So front arm goes across the thigh, opposite arm goes over the top. Again, you've got your options to stay with this, really reach that arm over. Maybe you want to take both arms up. For 3, 2, 1. Coming back to the center, straighten that front leg. Palms are facing forward. We're shifting. Left hand's going to go down to the inside of the ankle, or the calf, wherever you can reach to. Right arm's going up. Just make sure we can see this hand as we're glancing up. For 3, 2, 1. Windmilling now into reverse triangle. For 3, 2, 1. Coming back to the center. Shifting this back leg in a little bit, just make sure you've got enough room. We're sending the left hand down to the mat, coming into half moon. So send the right leg up, opening out. So if you're new to this pose and you're struggling a little bit, then what I'd say is take that hand a little bit further out so you've got more of a sort of base for balancing. You might want to shift the left hand out slightly as you reach up with the right, or just practice lifting that back leg up so you can play around with it. It's one to work on. Just take a little bit of practice. For 3, 2, 1, take the hand down, step that foot in, and then we'll slowly just walk the hands up the legs, coming all the way to the top. Lovely, so just inhale to reach the arms up, exhale to fold, step the feet back into our high plank. We're going to drop to the knees there, take a few breaths in a child's pose, grab a drink, just before we move on to the next flow. Okay, so this next little flow is one of my favourites. It's great for working the core, but it is a little bit tricky, so it's one to keep practicing and working on. I'll just go through it once now so everyone is okay and knows what they're doing, and then we'll get into it. So we're going to come up into down facing dog, raise the right leg nice and high, and then we're going to work through our crunches. So bringing the knee towards the nose, take it back up, right knee, right elbow, take it back up, right knee, left elbow, and hold, or lengthen that leg out, coming into falling star, so you'd reach the left arm up, taking the hand back down, taking that leg back up, bending at the knee, stepping in nice and close, just making sure there's nothing around you, and then reaching the arm over the top, lifting the hips high into wild thing pose. And then what we'll do is step the foot back over, step the hand over, you drop to your knees and just take a few breaths in your child's pose before we move on to do it on the other side. Okay, so when everyone's ready, we'll start by coming up into our downward facing dog. So coming to tabletop and push up. Take a few breaths here. And then we'll raise the right leg nice and high. Starting off with knee towards the nose. Take it back up. Right knee, right elbow. Take it back up. Right knee, left elbow. So crossing over, if you want to, lengthen the leg. Reach up to fallen star. For 3, 2, 1. Drop down. Take that leg back up. Bend at the knee. Flip it over into wild thing. So send the hips high. Take the arm over. For 3, 2, 1. Take the hand down. Take the foot down. Drop to the knees. Take a few breaths before we move on to the other side. So like I was saying, the closer you step in, the easier it is to get your hips high, because if you've got too much room, it'll be really difficult to lift. So if you struggle, then just make sure next time, step the feet close together. So we'll take 2 breaths here before we move on. Okay, coming back to tabletop. Curling the toes under. Push up to downward facing dog. Take the left leg high this time. And then start with your knee towards your nose. Take it back up. Left knee, left elbow. Hold. Take it back high. Left knee, right elbow. Or lengthen out. Fallen star. Take it back down. Send that leg high again. Bend at the knee, step in close. Lift the hips high. Wild thing pose. Take the hand back down. Step across. Just drop to the knees there. Push back in your child's pose. Lovely. Okay, so we'll come back up onto our hands and knees. And then just lift the knees up off the mat. Push back into downward dog. Walk the feet to the top of the mat. And then walk the hands up the legs. And we'll get ready for some of our balancing poses. So we'll start off with tree pose first, one that we always practice. So again, remember, if you are struggling, you can always take hold of the wall, take hold of somebody or prop, just to help you. So we'll step forward with one foot, and then lift the other foot up, just making sure our hips are straight. And then take that foot to wherever you want, so you could keep it down here, lift it up the leg, maybe coming all the way up. Just making sure that we turn that knee out. Hands are going to come together and we're going to lift. Arms are going to come to in line with the ears. So you can always focus on a point in front of you and don't let your eyes wander to help. When you're ready, lower the hands, lower the leg. And we'll try that on the other side. So stepping forward, lift that foot up, and then take it to whatever you'd like. Turning that knee out, bringing the hands to the centre, and then lifting. Maybe this time opening out and letting your tree grow some branches. Coming back up and then lowering down, release that foot. Okay, for our next one, we're going to start by hugging one knee in towards the chest. Sticking with this if you like, or maybe taking hold of the big toe, sending the leg out in front. And then if you'd like to maybe open out to the side. Coming back to the centre, and then lowering down. Okay, so if you were joining in with hugging the knee in, you can always practice doing that as well. So practicing the turn, and coming back in and then down. Okay, so we'll try that on the other side. So hug the knee in. If you'd like to start to take the foot out in front. And then opening out if you want. Back to the centre and then lower. Lovely. From there, we'll just take the feet out slightly wider than the hips. Hands are going to come to the centre. We're going to start to sit the bum down, coming into your yogi squat. So just take it to wherever is nice for you. If that's up here, that's perfect. If you can get a bit further, maybe coming all the way down. We're just making sure that we're not lifting our heels. We're going to take one arm out to the side. So take the right out. We're pushing the right knee back. We're lifting up with the left. And then switching that around. Coming back down to the centre. And then whilst we're down in this position, we're going to try our crow pose. So for this one, I'll just turn to the side. So we're bringing the hands down to the mat. Really spread the fingers. We're going to push with our knees against the backs of the arms. Options to practice coming forward, taking the weight into the hands. Or if you want to go for it, we'll be lifting the feet off the mat, trying to touch the toes together. If you do get your toes to touch, it forms kind of like a lock, so you can hold that position. It's easier if you can get some height onto the pose. So I'm going to give it a go. I feel like whenever I'm in the spotlight, I always balance for a few seconds and then come down. But we'll all practice giving it a go. So give everyone a bit of time to play around. So even if you just hold it for a few seconds, it's a great one for toning the arms and stomach. So give everyone a few more minutes at that, just playing about with it. Go for one more time. So you really push down through the hands, lift up. And when you're ready, just coming down into a kneeling position, take the arms around the back, pull down. And then just coming into a plank position. We'll do some stomach exercises before we do our final few stretches. So if you'd like to take the forearms down onto the mat, come up into a low plank position. So we're keeping that bum down, we're not up, bum's down, really engage that core. From here, we're going to step it out. So take the right leg out and then in, left leg out and then in. Out, in. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down onto the knees and onto the stomach. And we'll just cushion the head with the hands. Take a few breaths. There, just coming onto your bum, swing the legs round. Coming up into our boat position. So arms alongside, lift through the chest. Maybe if you'd like to straighten the legs. Hands are going to come to the centre and we're twisting to the right and then left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Take it back up. From there, lowering down and up. Let's try for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Lowering down. Ooh. And then lift the legs up into the air. Last little exercise here. Hands are going to come to prayer. Everyone's favourite. We're crunching up to the feet. Let's shuffle forward. Lifting up. Let's go for 10. Make it easy because it is so hot. So reaching up and then down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hook the knees in towards the chest. Whew. Maybe back side to side. From there, just coming to sit up. We're going to go in now for our forward fold. So reach the arms up, fold over. Take this to whatever is a stretch for you. Never force it. We don't want to be pulling down. Just relax into the pose. So inhale. Exhale to fold. So each time we practice this, you might be able to get that little bit lower into the pose. I always say you can use a blanket, a towel, a yoga strap to help get you there. Don't feel like you're clenching onto the feet and pulling. Just relax. lift up, walk those hands in. From there, bring the right knee in, plant down with the left hand. We're taking the right arm to the inside of the right knee, push up, and as we sit down, begin to wrap around. See if you can take your hands to meet. If not, it's fine to start working the hands in. Each time you do this pose, you might be able to get a little closer. Definitely, if you practice some of the poses in last week's video, this will definitely help with coming to bind. For 3, 2, 1, release. If you want to, you can shift the left leg in. So the knees are stacked on top of one another and the feet flexed. We're going to take the right arm over, left hand's going to come to meet. Releasing the hands, and then release the legs. On to the next side, so left leg's going to come in, plant down with the right hand, left arm's coming to the inside, push up, rotate the hand as we sit down, and wrap around. For 3, 2, 1, release the hands. Step in the left leg over the right. Options to shift the right leg in if you want. Again, so you're stacking the knees, the feet are flexed. This time, left hand's going to go over the top, right's going to come to meet. For 3, 2, 1, release the hands. We're going to take the legs out in front. And then take them wide. I'll just shift back a bit. So take the legs as wide as we can. We're going to start to walk the hands forward. Just to whatever is a nice stretch for you. Maybe drop the chest if you want. Lift the chest up, walk the hands in. From there, shuffle the feet back together. And we'll take the feet to meet and begin to drop the chest down. Lifting back up, and then keeping the feet in this position, just start to work your way back, coming down, laying on the mat. Palms are facing up, just relaxing down onto the mat now, taking some nice deep breaths. So breathing in through the nose. Part the lips and exhale out. From there, we'll bring the knees back together and hook the knees in towards the chest. Maybe rocking backwards and forwards, side to side, just to massage the spine into the mat. Taking the arms out now, we're going to drop the knees across to the right. Take a look across to your left. From there, back to the center, and then across to the other side. Coming back to the center, and then lowering the feet down. Take the arms alongside, and then just push up into a bridge. Lowering back down slowly, and then coming to sit up in a comfortable position. From there, just reach the right arm up. We'll take a nice side stretch. Come back up to the center, and then take the opposite knee. We'll just do a twist over that shoulder. Coming back to the center, and then onto the opposite side. Opposite knee, look over that shoulder. Coming back to the center, we'll take one arm out and just tilt the head in the opposite direction. Nice little stretch for the neck. Back up onto the other side. Back to the center, and then from here, just take the hands together. We're going to keep the elbows high, push the wrists down. From there, backs of the hands are going to come together, push those elbows down. Release there. We'll just finish off with some nice breaths. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale back down. Again, we'll inhale. Exhale back down. Inhale. Exhale down. Last one, big breath in. Exhale down. Lovely. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining in. I hope you enjoyed it and you all worked really hard. It was very hot in here tonight. So I hope it was okay. If you've got anything that you want to see next week, then let me know. But I'll be back here again next Monday from 7. Thank you, everyone.